Hey beauties, my name is Christina Posey and I'm here for a lock video. I wanted to show you guys how I started my locks and do a little bit of an introduction for myself. I'm a mother of 5 beautiful kids. We have a blended family, beautiful, beautiful thing. I love it. It definitely comes with its challenges, but I'm happy. I love it. At any rate, today's video is going to be about my locks. I started my locks about 2 months ago, almost 2 months, with the instant lock method. As you can see, these are my locks currently. And I've also started installing lock extensions. So I wanted to share a little bit about why I ended up locking my hair in the first place. I chose to do this because it's something I actually wanted to do for years. I was always told that my hair texture was too soft and it wasn't gonna work. And I kind of started believing that. But at any rate, I'm happy that I started the process. I decided to start locking my hair and they were finished on my birthday, my 35th birthday on March 12th. So very excited and happy about the process so far. I've been working from home, so the little weird stage has been okay, but I do know that I'm going back into the office and I'm also used to having hair that's a little bit longer and, you know, manageable for me to be able to style it in different ways for my work environment. So that is why I ended up deciding on making and installing extensions to extend my baby locks right now, and then at some point in the future I will probably take them out, but as of right now I kind of just wanted to start with a little bit longer hair and be able to work through it. As you can see, a lot of my hair is almost as long as the extended part, but there is hair on the end, so it allows for a little bit more length and a little bit more style options, if you will. But I may end up cutting off some of the ends to make them a little bit shorter, and so the hair won't start to get tangled. I did use human hair to make the extensions, and I will share with you the tools that I used. I will show you what the extensions look like, how I made them. Just briefly, I will kind of show you a little bit, but they're already made, so I won't be making any more. And then I also want to show you how I attach them. So those are the things that we're kind of going to cover today, and I hope this video is informative to others who are thinking about getting lock extensions or even just starting the process yourself. But that's about it. I'm going to be quiet now and I'm going to show you what my locks look like right now from the back, and then I'll show you the top part, and then I'll share with you the tools and also show you the extensions that I've made. These are some of the extensions that I've made. They do look a little frizzy right now, but I chose to not do them as tight so that when I attach them to my hair, I can go through and tighten them up a little bit more. That's why you see some flyaways currently. And like I said, I chose to leave the ends open. I like the open ends on my hair, but I just felt that my hair was a little too thin. I had my baby girl just over a year ago, and my hair got really thin, so the ends were not as thick as they usually are. They weren't as thick as they usually are, so I chose to go ahead and start the locks with, you know, the new growth in the hair that's coming in, so they'll be thicker as they grow out. And of course I'll likely take my extensions out at some point and just allow my hair to do what it's gonna do. But I did like the look of the loose ends, and I wanted to kind of keep that even with the extensions. So this is what my extensions look like. I used weft hair, human hair that I purchased online and just had it delivered. It was pre-colored, and I think it actually matches my hair pretty well. But I did not want to have to deal with bleaching it because it took such a long time for me to get my hair the color that I wanted it, and I didn't want to have to do that process on more hair. So I chose to just buy it already colored, and it actually ended up being a perfect match, which I love. And many of you already know what these are, but I used crochet hooks to make my extensions. So here's the crochet hook that I used to make the extensions. This is a 3-prong, the 0.5 millimeter size. And let me show you on one of these. So I just simply took the hair, I backcombed it first with a small tooth comb, and then I did tear and rip on some of them. So that's where you take the hair, you twist it a little bit, and then you pull the strands apart. It gives you a similar kind of process as the backcombing, but I would do a combination to kind of get the amount of thickness that I wanted from each piece of hair, because I didn't want them to look too thick or to be too thick when I was attaching them to my own hair. I wanted them to be more of a consistent size going all the way down to not have so much stress on my natural hair. But this is one of the extensions, and essentially after backcombing it, I would twist it around, and then I would go in and out with the 3-prong crochet hook. And that's just to form the lock. And a lot of people will do them looser, but I chose to do them kind of a medium tightness, so that when I cut this off and begin to attach it to my hair, it will enable me to kind of tighten it and make it more uniform with my locks. And when I attach, I actually use the single, it's a 0.5 millimeter as well, but I use the single hook, which I feel like this gives me more room to work with when it comes to how I'm attaching it, because I feel like it's a little bit more of a process to get that done, and the 3 hook doesn't allow me as much control when I'm attaching. So I'm going to get prepared so that I can pull a lock out and you can see how I attach it, and I will be right back. So as you can see here, I've already separated a lock, and I'm preparing the lock extension by cutting the weft off, and I basically take a small tooth comb and comb out about 1 inch of hair so that I can actually have enough space to attach it. And then after combing it, I go through and pull some of the hairs up so they're not all even, and it helps it to blend into my lock better. So here I'm just kind of separating my hair and making sure the part is clear of hair that may belong in another lock. And then I'm feeling for the end of my lock. Since I have loose hair on the end, I feel for the part where the lock actually ends and loose hair begins, because I want a little bit of overlap when I'm holding the lock extension and my lock. That way there's no gaps in between where my lock ends and the lock extension begins. And you can see here, sorry, the camera's a little too high, but I'm starting by pulling my hair with the crochet hook through the lock extension first, and that I find secures it a little bit better for me to start working on the top part. So I will finish that, and then I go to the top and wrap that hair around, and I kind of start working that section, which you'll see in just a second. You can see here where I've wrapped the hair a little bit, and I'm starting to slowly pull the hair through my lock from the lock extension, and then I'm kind of gathering it up again and twisting my lock a little bit so that the hair is kind of being dispersed around. And I just continue that process until I get it nice and smooth how I like it. You're going to see in just a moment where I'm just going to speed it up a little bit and allow you to kind of see what it looks like on 2 different locks that I'm working on. Hey, so that is it for today. I do need to go back and tighten these up a little bit, but I don't have a mirror in front of me. And this one is definitely one that I need to actually tighten from the root as well. But I will be doing a retwist or a crochet tightening very soon, and I want to also record that so I can show you guys how I do that, because I do have very fine hair. I have a lot of hair, but it is very fine, and it's curly, probably between a 3B and 3C. So the front is a lot more curly and tight, but the back of it, it's looser curls. And you could kind of see my curl pattern at the ends of some of my locks, which are a tad bit straighter than normal right now because I've been pulling them up. But I do want to show you guys that as well. And I probably will alternate between the crochet tightenings and actual retwist, and I'll probably say retwist for when I want my hair to look a lot neater for an event, or if I have an important meeting at work, I may do an actual retwist at that point and twist it and do like a lock style. But at any rate, I am maintaining my own dreads. I started them myself, and I'm not a loctician, but I've done locks quite a bit in the past on family members and friends. So I'm just kind of learning as I go, and this is definitely a brand new method for me. I've never done backcombing or crocheting, so I'm still learning, and I'm happy with the process so far, and hopefully I will be able to continue to make videos for you guys. And if you have any questions, drop them below, and make sure you like and subscribe. I would love to hear from you guys and hear if there's any other content that you guys want to see, or if there's any, I guess, questions or comments, or just anything specific that you guys want me to talk about. Any of that is free game, good to go. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll have some more content coming your way very, very soon. Again, my name is Christina. Talk to you later.